Mm. It says you are alive.
I
You
am.
are alive.
We are alive.
Feels good to be alive
Yes.
for another December.
Yes. Yes. Well, they usually count it winters in our instead of years. So I'm how many winters? So that's what they looked at a long time ago.
That's
Hmm.
how you counted your age?
Yeah, that's how they counted the age was how many winters have you been here?
Wow.
Yeah. So
Neat.
hi everyone. How is your evening tonight? We were just sitting here chatting and we were talking about how even the animals have gotten colonized. We were talking about how Jody had taken her dog for a walk, and I asked, "Did you put his booties on in his coat?" So we had a good laugh talking about how even animals have become colonized, and we have, along with us, and how we're looking at um, how they groomed us to think of December as a downtime. And in our time, long time ago, it was a time of families getting together. It was a time of renewing ourselves. When we say December, we know that it was a time of storytelling. It was a time of using your imagination, and some of us were very good storytellers, right,
That's
Dennis?
right. That's right.
We would have people just having a blanket up to their eyes and just peeking out and looking around, and they were looking for old man Winter coming to the door, and a grandpa would go, and the kids would jump, and they thought old man Winter was at the door, and grandpa says he does come, you wait, he
Mhm.
comes. And so it seemed like every night we were waiting for old man Winter to come. And he says he comes in a disguise. You won't see him. He comes under the cover of snow. And so we always had that feeling looking forward to what else does Old Man Winter? Well, Old Man Winter, he would always bring us wood for next year. So it was a nice time of hearing the stories of long ago and hearing how to always get ready. And so I think we need to bring back that meaning of December. December was a time of the kitchen smelling of goodies, cakes and baking, but it was a time of sitting around the fire. And today, I think that's what's missing in our life is that fire, that the heat of the wood stove and the hot chocolate. If we were rich enough, if we had a good winter, we would have hot chocolate. But some of us didn't have that. We just had warm carnation milk.
It's just as good.
Yeah. Or what was that other one where you mix the um, powder milk and we would make it warm, and that was a treat. So December is, I know to the people today, we always look at it as, oh my God, I got to get this, I got to get this, I got to do this, I got to do this. And they realize that they're caught up in today's world of buying for their children. This year, we've gone with our family, we've gone to making our gift for Christmas. We usually exchange gifts, so we're going to make our gift. So I'm going to be adventurous. So I'm going to see what I can make this year.
Oh, right on. Your creative side will be challenged.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see what
Yes,
you're
it
gonna
will.
create. Yes. And I'm sure it'll last people a lifetime, whatever it is you give to them, because there's always stories that go with that, right? There's always
Yes.
these experiences and good stories to share with future generations. Yeah.
I did the same thing this year. I'm making my presents. I've been gathering, things from the natural world for it's about 2 years now,
Mm-hmm.
and just I've been gifted some feathers and some beautiful other little, I guess, materials and gifts. And so I've had this idea to create these pieces. So that's what I'm doing this year. Don't tell everybody. They think I haven't told them yet that I'm making their gifts.
Yes, it's a secret.
They're like, I know.
Yeah.
Every year they're like, oh, Aunt Jody has my name. Oh, well, this year they're gonna get. They'll see. We'll see what I make, what I come up with. No, I love that, and really spending time over the last few years in the space of Indigenous artisans, and it was reminding me of when I would visit around and visit places that had these like the lodges or the places where you could go and purchase indigenous pieces, right? Whether it was a um, dream catcher or whatever it was, a basket. And I always wondered, like, I would see it and just think, oh my, like how powerful, like there was something special about this. And the more I've learned from people is it does have a lot of power, because a lot of healing has gone into making these beautiful pieces. And that's how I feel about preparing this. All of my pieces now they're there, and I feel all of this work that I've been doing and that I've been learning, that's really what this is the healing in these pieces. And you pass this energy on to the people to believe, or to just know that there was love and care put into these. So yeah, I'm gonna try it and see if I can pass along some love.
Yes, right on. And that's where it needs to come from, is that place of love inside. And I remember one Christmas, and this really stands out for me. It was actually my son when he was just a little boy. And we didn't have much, and I didn't have I wasn't working at the time, and we spent that whole day together. And one of the things he said is he told me, and he was just, I don't even know how old he was, 8, 9 years old. And he said, Dad, don't worry about gifts, because we have the best gift right now, and that's each other. We're spending the whole day together.
Wow.
He said, but I would like us to take a walk in the bush and cut down a tree, and we'll put it up in our living room, and we'll sleep under that tree tonight. And that's exactly what we did. And he just taught me the whole meaning of that time of love and family and connection and celebrating. And it brings back other memories of how we used to gather like that as a family, just sitting around the hot stove and drinking tea or hot milk or whatever it is, and listening to my father tell stories and legends. And it was just very good entertainment, and it built this connection with us as a family. And to me, that's the parts that I miss. I have my own Christmas tradition, because I'm not creative like the two of you, where you're gonna make things. So, and I haven't broken my tradition in I don't know how many years. But when I do my Christmas shopping, I wait until the 24th, and about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, then I go to the mall, because then the malls are empty. I don't have to deal with the large crowds, although the shelves are bare, but that's okay. Then I have an excuse. Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't get you a good gift. There was nothing to choose from.
My dad does the same thing.
And my brothers do the same thing too. Is it
Right
a man's
on. Hey,
tradition?
I'm in good company.
Must
That's
be a man's
hilarious.
tradition.
Yeah, that's so funny. Oh my gosh, there's some nice little messages here. We'll share them in a little bit. Oh yeah, uh, last week or the couple weeks ago, actually, I canceled I call it the milk run. For Christmas, we start and then we go across the province, kind of, or Ontario, and then we sometimes drive to North Carolina to see our other family. And I was like, no, I just can't do it. And at first my family was they're bummed out, oh well, when are we going to see everybody? I was like, no, we just need to be here for, right, for the first part. And then of course, then we're all together and everyone's talking now. And, everyone was spread out. So that's why I was like, no, we're just going to stay home. And so now they're like, well, we've been seeing a lot of each other right now. Are you sure you don't want to do the milk run, Mom? Maybe we could change our mind. We've been spending a lot of time together. So, but it's just that feeling of knowing that you're the anticipation of, waking up and, having 2 days to do nothing with each other, is the excitement that we're having. So I'm feeling, Dennis, like what you were saying, let's just, be giddy and do something that, maybe we haven't done in a long time together.
Yeah. Yes.
Not the shopping part.
Oh.
The sleeping under the tree, maybe. So for those of you who are just joining us, grandmother Renee and Dennis and I were meeting in the our weekly and bi-weekly meetings, just talking about the work that we're doing and preparing for some 2024 and the beautiful work that's continuing to happen in the Indigenous realm and Indigenous health care and just connecting with each other. And so we were just saying, it sounds like it feels like we needed, checking in with the people was important. And we're just so busy these days that when Grandma Renee said, hey, I wonder how the spirit of the people are doing. Let's find out. And so both Dennis and Renee were like, okay, let's go. Let's see who shows up tonight. And then who shows up later and, and so on. So we're so happy. We're so happy that you joined us.
Yeah, especially here. I know sometimes you may be overwhelmed with a lot of not having money. Well, we grew up with a lot of us not having money and giving our children the best. And what we did was we had something that was more important, just like Dennis said, time together and homemade gifts. I'm so grateful that our family is going to make homemade gifts. Sometimes we have gag gifts. You give something that you had used before. It's something to bring back laughter in your family. Yeah. You don't want to have a real sad Christmas. And so we have gag gifts. And so one year we have my family gets together. And so we have these gag gifts. And so I wrap my gift up in a box because I used to hear my mom talk about this box socials where they used to make sandwiches and make little lunches in these boxes. So that's what I did. I wrapped it up really nice. Mom would talk about all the times at these socials they would have these boxes and they would spend money on whoever wanted to eat with them. So I put it in our on a table. And my niece got it, and she opened it up, and I give her a bologna sandwich.
A lot of bologna, eh? Oh, that was great.
Cute.
That was funny.
Oh, so good.
Then another year, you're supposed to be creative. Another year, another sister got my gift. We exchanged names, and and so I give her a real nice box again, decorated really nice, and she opens it up, and it had a folder. It was a travel itinerary on front, and it says all expenses paid for 6 weeks. So she got all excited. She opened it up and it says, "Welcome to Native Horizon Treatment Center."
That is a wonderful gift. Yes.
So in our family, there was many of us. So I come from a large family, and so we always at Christmas we always have a lot of laughs. Oh dear, I guess because we came from that time of really being poor and understanding that, you know, you can't have everything. And it sometimes
Mhm.
you get the most pleasure of just a handmade gift, a simple gift, and the laughter that comes from it.
Mhm.
It is a treat again that we should be doing again.
Mhm.
Mhm.
We like that game where you pick a number, the Secret Santa, and all the gifts are wrapped, and you don't know what people brought, and then you get number one picks it, and then number two gets to take number one's gift or open up a fresh one. You know, you wait to get the last number, and then you get to take whatever you want. And you have people hiding them, and they don't want to give them up, and
Mhm.
those are fun games to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we had gag gifts too growing up, and even when we became adults. But nobody ever thought my gifts were funny because we would have these family gift exchange, and whenever anyone drew my name and or or I drew one of my brothers or sisters' name, they would go, "Oh no, what am I gonna get? I know I'm gonna get something wrapped up from his house." When I would go to the pick the name, everyone would go, "No, no, please don't pick my name. Don't pick my name." For me, it was funny, but for them, it wasn't. I don't know why.
I could guess, Dennis. I could guess.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I had to save my money for other things, right? I had to have Christmas cheers.
yeah, yeah.
At
Uh,
that time, I had to save it for what was important
mhm,
at that time in my life. But I'm glad I've changed that around now.
mhm.
Yes. So that's one tradition I can say I've improved and I've changed, and people are like, "All right, he has my name."
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah. But
that's
then it
Uh,
awesome.
brings back memories. Oh, remember when he used to?
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
no, for sure. And
A
and you
time of
know
year
it's
though that, we were talking with friends today, and
hmm
she said, I don't like this time of year. She said I get anxious about it, and it's not, I don't have a lot of family, or I
hmm
don't so I know it's not always easy for some people, and I'm grateful that my mom was always that one, that said, oh, anyone could come. So we always had to share. We never have enough plates. We're always breaking into the paper plates, and there's always, and that's why she always makes so much food. And when we ask her, what are you making for dinner? And she's like, oh, well, and she lists off all of this food, and we say, who is this food for? And then people come walking in the door until, even 10 o'clock at night, she's heating up food for people.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, my mom, she's awesome. She's always
Yes.
been that way about thinking of other people in the community. So, and our friends and those alone. So yeah, just shout out to mom for
hmm
being that way.
Very,
Hmm.
very special person. Yes. Big heart.
Hmm. Yeah, so this is nice. We have some messages here. If you don't mind, you guys can keep talking. I'll just pop some of these up, uh, of the people that have joined the circle this evening. Um, that they just got our little message. Hey, we're showing up to check in with you.
Oh, Betty. Hi. No more.
Mm,
Right
yeah,
on. Good to see you.
Honey.
Honey.
yeah,
Yes.
so nice. And so since we're here, what I don't know. Have you been paying attention to the when that like the weather is going to change where we are, Renee? Like I don't know. Is the weather? Are we
Well,
supposed to get snow soon? Where are you, Dennis, right now
I'm up in
with your ball cap?
Sassy, Quebec, northern Quebec. There's lots of snow here. It's been really good winter weather. I came in from East Maine yesterday.
Oh,
It's usually about a 5 to 6 hour drive, but it took me a little bit longer because the roads are very icy, very slippery. But it was a beautiful winter experience. It's just what you expect, right? Way up north. So
yeah.
you really have to be experienced and have some driving underneath you to drive some of the roads here. But I love this weather. It's great.
Mm,
Me too.
me
I
too.
love the cold. I love the snow. I love to see my breath.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm finding that as well. That I'm really enjoying being outside in the cold weather. I was not much of a cold weather person. I think that has a lot to do with healing. You know,
Yes, it does.
I think that yeah, you're yeah, you'll hear some bring the snow.
Hmm.
Oh, look at this, Dennis. Someone's this community. Didn't we just talk to someone from that community?
Oh yeah, Kawawachimak.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh
He may
yes.
be coming,
Hello, Diane.
Shan. Yeah. We're
Yeah.
hoping. So it's exciting times right now for this program that that Dennis is and the grandmas are supporting in our locate, you know, where we are in Milton area. And so yeah, that's going to begin at the end of January. And we were talking about how so many people are really want to be involved in any way to support his learning. And listen to my dog. She's like, can you hear her scratching?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like,
Here.
get me out there now. Maybe you can just talk about that for a minute before, well, I just go let her out. I don't know why she's scratching the door.
Yeah. Okay.
She'll be breaking down your door.
I know. Where are my children when I need them? This was their dog. Isn't that
That's
always
how it
the way?
goes. Yeah, that's how
Right?
it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but yes, that the program that you're doing, Dennis, you know, it's the first one in our area, but these are this is a program that you've been running for what, a couple of years in other communities or a
Well,
year or
for
so?
it goes back about 20 years maybe, but
Wow.
I've been doing this for quite a while, but in the last few years, I've been really offering a lot more than I was in the past because it's part of my winding down strategy because we can't stay in this field forever, not in this capacity, but I know we're always going to be helpers, even if we're not doing it as a profession or as whatever kind of work that we do, but we're always helping people in some way
Hmm.
very naturally, and it would be just a lot better for everybody if we learned new tools, new skills, new strategies that are really steeped and based in our own culture, in our own way as the indigenous people and how we experience the world, how we see it, and to bring that value back that's always been there. It just hasn't really been recognized and acknowledged and honored. And I think to me, it's a really powerful experience that we're going to be walking together to bring that, like with the grandmothers there, the elders, Jody leading the way, or what? Just no, we're all walking beside each other
Hmm.
with all of our different tools and different skills that we have. And I'm just looking forward to it. And it is going to be the first program in Milton, and I'm hoping that it'll be the first of many to come because I know people will gain a lot, will get a lot, will
Hmm.
understand a lot. They'll have a lot of aha moments. Aha, that's why I feel like this. Aha, that's why I do this. Or aha, that's why they do that. That's why he or she acts like that. It'll bring some understanding and that not then we learn how to not judge people but to have a understanding of what people are dealing with because it doesn't help when we gossip and we put people down, or we put them in little I don't know, little boxes where we label them. That's not very helpful. So we have to find our ways in how we honor people and their lives and the struggles that they go through. Because I think we've all been through struggles. We've all lived through our dark times in life. But look where we are now. We are living examples of that, and how we can live a whole different life. So
Mm-hmm.
looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
And looking forward to having people that I've met over the years, join us there. And also looking forward to meeting new people. It's always something worth celebrating.
I'm so grateful that we're doing this too, because a lot of people are awaking and wanting to learn new skills, and when they hear this and knowing how many times we done ceremonies way back for this awakening, and then here it is. It's just like wow, and having others awaken to this moment, and knowing and wanting to be alive, to be really alive, and not just existing. And I love how you talked about understanding, and that's what our whole life is all about: understanding why, how come, and then when you start to realize that you've always had a helper nearby.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I give thanks for every day, is that the Creator never give up on us. A lot of people say he gives up on us, but we don't see all those opportunities that he has given us. He has given us, and I'm so grateful that he's taken time, and we don't realize how much time he's put into each one of us. How patient he is, how patient the Creator is to just say, oh, they're just going through a rough time. Oh, they're going to get better. It's just like a real understanding grandparent, that whatever we're going through, we're going to get through it. Don't worry. It's just you can hear that. You're going to get through it. Look at the sun, how it rises every day. Look at how the moon comes. It's going to be okay. And that's what I'm so grateful for. It's like a whisper in my ear when things get rough. Because, I just did that a little while ago. This technology, I go, oh my gosh. I go, oh dear. I don't know why I'm so challenged. And I said, but I'm not going to be, right? And it's just like, you got it, girl. That's what I heard. And so I just kind of laugh and mosey on, get to know more little things, make mistakes. And but that's what it's all about, is being human, making those little mistakes and laugh about it, and not being so judgmental of yourself. So I have some good laughs sitting here in front of the computer, learning all these different little clicks and clues, and help, Jody, get me back on it.
I know, it's so funny because I people always say, "Oh, you're so patient," and then whenever my family hears that, they're like, "Who are you talking about?" I'm not. And tonight, even when I was getting ready to create this, I was like messaging Andrea, going, "Oh my gosh, how do I make a poster? How do I make a poster?" And she's going, "I can't log in." And then I thought, okay, we don't really need a fancy poster. We don't need anything fancy. We just need to turn it on and show up, and so we did, and here we are. And just be listening to what you're saying about the training and just this time that we're in right now is so beautiful to be a part of. It is like a dream. It is like what I dreamed. When even back when I first met you, Renee, and I was like, I used to have these dreams that, our family was, this is this, and you are everything. This is what I'm doing, what our culture is, what the people are, what time we're in right now is really this dream that I think most Indigenous people that are awakening, like you said, are awake now, realize that we are really that wonderful and beautiful and have this big, huge purpose and opportunity in the world to bring these teachings and understandings, like we were saying, Dennis, bringing the spiritual world, to this science world, weaving them together like the infinity. Actually, Renee, we were saying like the two row wampum becoming the infinity sign, right? Well, that we can actually, we're in this beautiful time of being able to offer this knowledge for healing. It's amazing. And I hope that, the people that are that hear about your training, Dennis, not just the people, but our government, our Indigenous organization, like anyone and everybody that has been waiting for an opportunity like this to learn from you and the grandmas, and just being in that space and creating it. It's really amazing to watch come to fruition. Yeah. So, well, now that I'm all ready for bed, I got a giddy smile. It's so nice. Just grateful to be in this space and relationship with you both and supporting however I can.
I know, even as a single mother, having worry about what can I get my family, and even like Dennis had said, sometimes it's rough times. And I remember one not too long ago, what can I get my kids? So I went and dug out all the pictures. And what I did was I made my son a collage. I made the one with just him and his sisters, and then I made another one with his dad's family. I made one with my family and gave it to him to put up, and he's on his wall. And so there's little things that you can do. And right now I'm creating. I found an article for my granddaughter. She's an early childhood, and I found a material for her that I like her to. I'm going to wrap it up. It's because she journey through this for each stage of the life cycle, so they can be a manual for her to use, and also for her work or whatever she's doing. So that's what I make. Don't tell anybody though.
Yeah. That's amazing. Hopefully she doesn't have Facebook. We'll block her. Don't worry, I'll block her. Those, but what a gift, right? Because Renee and Dennis, you guys always, joking when I say how important you are. How important you are. You are leading, and for me anyway, in this space of like, there's so many people who you've touched along the way. And for that somebody to have something that you created, that's the legacy. That is huge. That's going to be worth money someday. Your creations too. Make sure you tell them when you put it in that little box that you created there. Chris Kringle with it. It's true. It really is. And I hope we can return back to those value systems that, this time of year is really for that.
Yeah. Even for those that have lost a loved one, they're deep down inside, they wouldn't want you to have a sad Christmas. They would want you to, as my grandma had said, I want you to have a Christmas as I'm there. And I always think about that. And so, even said, a plate out for it, especially for the first year that they have passed on. They didn't make it for the Christmas. Well, make a plate for them. Make a gift and give it to whoever comes there, and just, that would be a gift. Like, that's how we say that they come. And so, for all those that are going through I've been there. I know what it's like. My daughter journeyed in October, so that was pretty close. So knowing that, but know that they're in a good place. They're surrounded with lots of love, and that's the most important thing, is that they're surrounded in love, and they're going to give you some of that love. And that's so important, is to remember that they're there with you celebrating. So laugh, yeah, cry, laugh, but most of all is say thank you, Grandma, or thank your loved one for being a part of their lives. And so it is so, so important that we remember love through our hard times, and to carry that love. That's what that love was given to us, is to help us to get through those times. And I'm so grateful that even for those that aren't, as they say, they haven't been loved in a good way. Well, what do you think those songs are about? The Christmas songs, the snow, the laughter of the snow. It's to remind you that you've never been alone, because someone is thinking of you. And always remember that your ancestors are with you. They're with you. And so with that, always remember you're never alone on Christmas. You have so many that they're also celebrating in the sky world to be with you. And at this time they said, oh, so you can feed them, because they don't eat the food like we eat. Because not too long ago I had such a craving for a cheese hamburger, and for the life of me, where did this come from? I said, I love a cheese hamburger. I want a cheese hamburger. I look like the Grunch, just going around looking for that cheeseburger. And then a light bulb came on. It was my nephew that had this. He loved his cheeseburger. In fact, he told the at the restaurant, he says, when I get married, I want you to serve cheeseburger for all. So that's why he loved cheeseburger. And after he passed, she said, I'm going to make it cheeseburger Wednesday. so, so those are things that, you eat that certain food that they had a craving for. And so it's bringing a very special part. And that's why we're here today, is to help you get through December. We want to create good memories with you. We want to give this to you as our gift, and let you hear us, and let you see us, and let you be with us today. And remember that we're also thinking of you, and we're also sending out our love to you, and wanting you to know, we're with you, whatever you're going through.
Oh, just made me think of so many different things and people, and it's so true about the food part. I never even thought of that. So thank you. I had a craving last week, and I was like, what is this happening? Right? Yeah. So I love that. Yeah. Yeah, for that. Yeah, for both of you.
Oh, which
So many times that message of the ancestors too has helped me. How many times have I called you, Renee, crying and upset or whatever, and you're like, your ancestors are taking, they're with you, and and it comforts me. It comforts me so much, just knowing that it's real. That's real.
Yeah, it is real. And yeah, even though my loved ones have gone on, I feel them. And there's a special song that'll come on, and it just makes me feel, wow, there's no such thing as distance, because they put that song on for me to hear, or they'll put that um, that gesture I can remember. And so I just in awe of how much love is given by creation, and how much love is given by our ancestors. And every Christmas I've been always I miss, but I know that they're all around me. And when you look up in the stars when you're going out on Christmas Eve, that's when I feel they're the closest. Oh my God, the stars seem to just kind of touch you and just goes like this. And it's just like they're sending love, love, love. You're not alone. You're not alone. And so when I look up and see the stars, it just goes like this. I just feel that. And I'm okay. I'm okay.
Mhm. Yeah, so it's really important that we connect to our spirits, right? Because
Mhm.
we were fully developed spiritually before we even arrived here. And
Mhm.
in keeping that connection, it helps us to connect to all of life, whether it's the now life or the afterlife or the future life. It's all right there. It's all available to us right now. And when we go through this time of the year, we also celebrate our achievements as we look back over the year, and the things that we have accomplished, the things, people that we have met, people that we got to spend time with, and the things that we learned, and everything like that. We have to reflect on that, and feel good about it, and learn something. But it's always, for some people, like you said, it's it can be a sad time of the year because there's a loved one or a few loved ones missing. There's less plates there because that loved one's not there. There's an empty chair because loved one's not going to fill that. But we must always acknowledge that spirit that we are, because the spirit never dies. So that person's spirit is not dead. Their human body has passed away, has passed on, but we are still connected spiritually.
Mhm.
And that's something that cannot be broken and taken and destroyed. It's always right there. So we need to celebrate. It's a time of celebration. Even helping children get through this time of the year, because if there is a loss, they may not feel the true joy of the season. So we may want them to draw pictures or make cards and put them up on a tree, and it gives them an opportunity to express what they're feeling as they're going through this time of the year. Because grief doesn't only affect the adults; it's affecting everybody.
Mhm.
And even those four-legged pets that you were talking about, because if their owner has passed on, that being feels that spirit feels that. So it's to acknowledge all of life, right? And to celebrate all of life, because I know from the people that have passed in my life, I've learned a lot, and
Mhm.
it influences my work.
Mhm.
It directs my work. It helps me with my children, with my grandchildren. It even helps me with some of the people I work with, because it's like a voice comes and tells me what I need to say,
Mhm.
and it's something that can be very helpful to other people. So all my relations, it's time
Absolutely.
to celebrate this
Mhm.
wonderful time of the year.
Mhm. Some messages of praying hands and hearts and saying how it's perfect, perfect messages needed to be heard today. So Yawa, for your time, the both of you who are, you guys are so busy doing this all the time. I love it. I think it's great. I love that you just now are so open to say, "Hey, let's go live. See who's out there. Let's see who's up looking for something to do." It's so cute. Whereas before you're like, "No, how do I get here?" You know? Now they're out there looking for people to hang out with on a Monday night.
And
And
tomorrow is new moon, so put forward some good thoughts.
mhm,
Create that new you that you want to be. Put in that new way of life. New, as they would say, new energy. That's what
mhm,
you're receiving is go up there and stand in that moonlight, and our body receives. It's just like we are the computers, and when we're seeing that light that from the from the moon and from the trees, it's like they're telling us a lot of things, and
mhm,
it's just amazing because um, every part of our skin is like it absorbs a lot of information, not just only our ears, but every part of our body receives message. And that's why we're to go out at night, especially when the moon changes, especially the new moon, so that it motivates ourselves. And then
mhm,
even when you get up in the morning and you're out there before the sun and you see that sun rising again, that it that vibe, that energy, that touching your tissues, these are like little ears and they hear everything, and so they kind of motivate you. So
mhm.
I look forward
I'm
to
all motivated now. Like my cheeks, I'm trying to hold them back from how hard I'm smiling right now. So anyway, so nice to see you. There's a couple more messages. I'm sure if we stayed on longer, you would get many more messages as well. So so happy that you could all join us tonight, and nice to see
yes.
another visitor. Another,
Oh, Marianne. Hi.
isn't that nice?
Yes. Oh, I was by the ocean. Oh, I just got
Oh,
back.
Yeah, nice.
I
Hey,
was in Hawaii
oh,
nice.
for ceremonies. Oh gosh.
We could feel you from here. I could anyway. I knew you were there. So plus Gail sent me a couple of cute videos of some men dancing in their little things on stage. I got them in my chat. Anyway, oh, this is nice. Okay, well, I
Okay.
think our time, yes, is I'm ready now. I was thinking I would do a little bit of work this evening, but I think I'm just gonna go cozy in bed right now. Take
yeah.
Winley for a little brisk walk and
Don't forget
yeah,
your shoes.
yeah, her jacket and her
Mitts.
boots and mitts. I know they're teasing me. I didn't buy the outfit and I didn't buy the dog. Okay. However, she's beautiful and she is definitely every time I'm in here, she's around me. She's like that spirit. Like she's the spirit, right? So
She is.
yeah.
Yes.
And so she's catching on this energy. She just loves being in this room and in these conversations. So yeah. Nyawa for everyone for joining us and
Yes.
have a
Uh-huh.
great
Doing it
holiday.
good, everyone. Thank you
Take time to
for
breathe and be
listening and
outdoors.
joining. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And yep, pay attention. Pay attention to the New Year's of all the new stuff that we're doing. And hopefully we'll see you.
That's right. There's a lot to come.
Oh yes, the haka. Oh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Love you.
Okay.
Take care, everyone.